We all know that each movie in The Conjuring is based off of a real story, but this one I truly believe is worst of all because this family was tormented by a demon for 13 years. This is the Smurl family haunting and the main family in the new Conjuring series. After a flood forced them out of their original homes, Jack and Janet Smurl ended up moving to Pennsylvania. They found a cute duplex fixer-upper in West Pittston, and they began to put a lot of their efforts into repairs, renovations, fixing walls, repainting. And a lot of the times whenever you start to fix up an old building, sometimes that stirs up activity. Initially, the things that happened weren't too bad, like some tools would go missing whenever they were doing repairs. Some of the old wall stains would actually seep through the fresh coats of paint, but then some of the kitchen appliances began to catch on fire even though they were completely unplugged, and they started to smell awful sulfur-like odors. They would just seem to dissipate moments later. And I know from movies in real life that it is not good if you smell that sulfur odor. A lot of people associate this deadly smell with demonic activity. Over the course of this haunting, the Smurls had 2 daughters, and one of the daughters started to feel like she was hearing her name be called at night, or she would think that she would hear her parents arguing whenever no one was even around. And this is when it gets even worse. The family starts to see very ominous black masses of energy just form together and float throughout the house. The spirit that's there ends up turning more violent. A light fixture is reported to have fallen from the ceiling and have hurt one of the daughters. The family dog, who has been terrified throughout this entire experience, ends up getting thrown against the wall. Janet even claims that she was picked up by an invisible presence, dangled 6 feet in the air, and then tossed across the room. Jack even claimed that there was a succubus-like woman that looked like a reptile, snake, and he had a very unconsensual encounter with her. And one night while laying in bed with Janet, he heard a young woman talking, and when he turned to face his wife, thinking that it was her, he saw a black shadowy figure just run up her leg. While this came with a lot of criticisms and people thought that they were asking for attention, even the neighbors began to report screams coming from the house when the family wasn't even there. Originally, because the family was Catholic, they looked to a lot of priests to help, and nothing seemed to be working, so absolutely terrified, they contacted Ed and Lorraine Warren, and after inspecting the house, this is some of the things that they said.
It's very powerful. It's invisible. I don't care if you want to call it a devil or a ghost or a demon. There's something in this home which has the intelligence to inflict physical and psychological harm upon this family.
The conclusion was that the Smurls shared their house with 4 other spirits: a harmless elderly woman, a young, possibly violent girl, a man who had suffered and passed away in the home, and a demon that was using the other 3 spirits to destroy the Smurls' lives. And the way the Conjuring movie depicts how this demon looks in the trailer, I'm not ready for it.